Shalom, brothers and sisters. So, firstly, sorry that I didn't post anything yesterday. My little girl was sick, so I was taking care of her and didn't really have a chance to do anything else. She's doing better today, thank you. But yeah, so much happened yesterday while I was busy with that. It's crazy. We're at a point of prophetic convergence in time where we're on the verge of leaving, and because of that, the enemy is ramping up his preparations for everything that needs to be in place when we're gone, because then he's released and not held back. He's not restrained anymore. And that's why we're seeing such an uptick. I mean, after living through 2020, we thought, wow, nothing get worse than this. 2021, surprise. 2022, we thought, no ways. Nothing can top this. And the first month of 2023 is like 2022 rolled up into an Oreo cookie and rammed down your throat. So it's crazy and exciting all at the same time. The enemy's attacks coming fast and furious, but we, true believers, keep smiling because we know that our Redeemer lives. Okay, we're not fly-by-night Christians that only praise Him when something's good or when we need something from Him, or rubbing the bottle to have the genie give us our needs. We are like Job, saying, though He slay me, yet will I serve the Lord, because I know my Redeemer lives and at last will stand on the earth. That is the relationship level that we aspire to. So what's happening in the world? Nuclear threats are through the roof. Nuclear discussions, threats, and bombs are more common right now than Hollywood movies. I mean, it's more of a normal thing in society, and that alone should scare everybody, but it doesn't. Everybody thinks it's cool. It's not cool. Einstein would be freaking out right about now. China, Russia, and Iran just cementing and strengthening that relationship all the time and working on their secret plans against their combined enemies that they agree on, the people they hate. And spoiler alert, Israel and America are on the top of that list. Turkey just had another 5.0 plus earthquake today. Crazy. After everything that's happened there, it's picking up again. So watching the Middle East and that whole zone and all the subduction plates moving, and again, that thing is spreading all over. It's touching every plate in the world. So everything's preparing for more and bigger earthquakes. Biden with the balloon saga, I'm going to do a specific video on that. It's ridiculous. It's embarrassing. And I think that is the aim, is to embarrass America. The big, strong military, policeman on the playground has been shown to be a tiger made out of paper because of Biden and because of the way things are running at the moment. And because of the woke rubbish and stuff that's coming out in America, making it a laughing stock in the world. I mean, Russia and them are having a field day with their cartoons on how they portray America as a joke. Aliens becoming more and more mainstream and more prepping the world for aliens to eventually arrive here to save them and help them and assist them. And everything that comes out of a science report or something gets linked back to the aliens. I saw a report this morning again when I was preparing for the day, and that chunk that broke off the sun, releasing a big filament they've never seen before, that's so powerful, that's disrupted communications on Earth, and more repercussions coming from that. Immediately there's an article linking that to the aliens. So that's being pushed more into people's minds. The whole Nord Stream saga, they finally have more and more definitive proof that this was America working with the UK. And Germany's upset because they're saying, you guys have gone ahead and done this with your little war with Russia, and now we're going to freeze because we don't have access to that gas. So there's a lot of tension and resentment going on there. That's a whole schism forming in NATO. We already have the schism happening with Turkey, and now there's that possible schism. Germany's always being a bit here and there and not really wanting to get into a skirmish or a fight with Russia. So I think you're going to see a lot of shake-up in NATO as a whole. Ukraine, if you touch on Ukraine, everybody keeps saying Ukraine. Why is it taking so long? What's the problem? Russia's just pathetic. Again, Russia's in the Bible right to the end. God deals with Russia. It doesn't say God needs to deal with Ukraine or anyone else for that matter. God deals with Russia. Russia's the force to be reckoned with here. So if you look at Ukraine on a map of Europe, by my estimation, and I could be wrong slightly, it would seem that it's about a sixth of Europe in size. So if Russia can wrap this up in a year, 1/6 of Europe, Europe should be stressing that he could wrap up Europe in the next 3 to 4 years after that. So maybe they should look at it like that. Maybe he's holding back a little bit because it used to be part of his country. He'd like to pull as many of those civilians in and make them part of Russia as possible. But we don't know. I'm just saying the landmass seems to be about a sixth of Europe. So that's worth looking at. The financial collapse is in full swing. So yay, financial collapse. One world money system coming to a place near you shortly. And that is full steam, 100% ready to go. They've tested this across the world and they're saying all systems go. And this means even countries like South Africa, in Africa and those kind of places, everybody's ready to climb on board to this whole new system. The WHO is just giving warnings again about pandemics. We knew this was coming. We've been waiting for it. Well, it's arriving. They're screaming about a new disease in Africa. We'll touch on that on a separate video. That is just huge fatality rates, and they don't know what to do if that jumps or spreads. Well, it probably means they're saying it's going to jump and spread. They're warning about bioterrorism, so there's probably a plan for some bioterrorism coming as well. I would probably say that bioterrorism is going to happen by the places where people are pushing back against what's coming the most. Asteroids, meteors coming through the skies. NASA supposedly be watching these things and they're missing them one after the other, coming into the atmosphere and exploding. So they're getting more and more stressed. They should be, because there's a lot more of those coming. They're going to drop like ripe figs. Prepare yourself. There's going to be nowhere to hide in the tribulation from these things. Massive signs in the heavens all the time. And then the Shemitah cycle, if we're going on a San Juan, is bearing down on us like a train. Fortunately, not an American train, so it shouldn't derail. But it's coming fast, and I'm excited about it, because that for me is one of the big deadlines to us exiting this amazingly badly planned party by the locals that's going to get gate crashed by God in less than 7 years' time. And then the UN, just to top off there again, is saying Israel is guilty of domicide. Domicide, people. The killing of houses. Then they should come to South Africa. There's a lot of domicide going on here regularly. So, yeah, domicide in Israel is their latest thing against Israel. And when Israeli children get killed by Palestinians, it's the Israelis' fault. Shame. Poor Palestinians. This world is sick, evil, twisted in darkness because it seeks to remain in darkness where its deeds cannot be seen. But those of the light see those deeds clearly. So, hide in the dark all you want. The light sees it all the time. And judgment is coming. God bless. Keep watching. Shalom.